Now blocks there they use there. And the blocks there where they take where they use, the man will get them blocks there, instead of can collect them. We see no one away the alpha friend as you see the classroom, the other class 1 and class 2 there. And a lot of people the way I guess that way they see. Yeah. That is straight, that the constraints is what gets.
You are not to be so blind with patriotism that you can't face reality. Wrong is wrong, no matter who does it or says it. Today, Saturday, 28th November 2020, now so I will welcome you to another edition with the Progressives on Africa Young Voices Television, Channel 33 and on Radio 101.6 FM. And me, where they bring this program to Mina Dr. Doma. The whole purpose of education is to turn mirrors into windows. Today, we want to discuss on the free quality education. During the President's Bureau in the campaign, he promised say it will develop the human capital of the country. Government may launch the free quality education inside August 2018. 2 years, 3 months, how the free quality education don't look like? If not quality education, make una pikin them can taste am. For help me talk on this, I get with me Madam Femi Claudius Cole, 2018 presidential candidate for the Unity Party, and also Dr. Dennis Bright, chairman and leader of the National Grand Coalition. Madam Cole,
good evening, family. Good evening.
Doc?
Yeah, good evening, everybody.
Okay, yourself can be part of this program. You go send your text message to the number 088-425-436 or 078-814-584. The number again is 088-425-436 or 078-814-584. Would you send your text message at the line there? We want to go for a very short break before we come proper to the program. The team may go out there and we may do some kind of research on the free quality in education. We'll talk to a parent, a teacher, and we'll strive to see the water and sanitation in the different school system. Let's go for this very short break.
I'm in one of the school, which is being located in constituency 088 here in Bo.
Attend the Tawa Municipal School.
Class
Class 5.
Now, I'm more than a class.
Oh, what is in a class?
Get information, still now with the class 5. Pay for more. At all?
Yes, I'll pay for more.
23,000. 23,000.
Yes, sir.
Teacher, they could ask you for pay for anything.
They will pay 2,000. Why they pay 2,000? Any local will they give the teacher 1,000. You say now money now the way they take off this for go easy. You say
how this toilet facility in our school?
I think the toilet facility is small because when you go to the toilet, you don't meet water. The cars of school meet water. But some you could go get and the pump will get like you lock up quick so not able for go get water. Some they say they come up for car toilet so go you don't feel it by yourself.
What my process when I'm in school? They teach you now?
Well, me I don't go lie because we don't class. They teach you well.
You learn the material. They can do not learn the material or now parent in life for that.
Yes, and I will parents can buy for them. Can buy for exercise different. 30,000, 10,000. Because we said 30,000, we are at 10,000 for this time. Next time back, they say from that other book and back house.
So you get any textbook on in mind and can price a day, get out with you, we show you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now which book down
This na mathematics. This na reading and comprehension. This na.
So which one is 30,000?
This na 30,000. 30,000. This na 20. This na 10,000.
All right. Thank you very much.
I'm not so short. My parents are picking the way they go to school. Speak when I go picking, then I get one S3.
So how you assess the free and quality education the government said they provide?
Quality education. A not too waiting and call to me because waiting room, even to the book that where they say they give me book where they give me at school. They say that the waiting and call, but then tell me say if they share the book, we go pay for them. For like a million parents are afraid. So what I do is I keep the book because I'm not able to pay 500,000 either 400,000 for the book. So the primary on side to exercise book we buy. So the badge we buy. So even to the book, we they keep up, we they make the picking go with the school. We they afraid because waiting room, we don't want for the picking waiting and call.
I don't cut you out. So that means that because of the condition they put for the secondary book there, that make una become fear for
we
you.
Afraid because waiting room, we not go able to get that money there. Because then say we say na book will not for pay for, but now they say we they check and so for pay. So we they afraid. So fear or they keep the book.
So what about the primary when are the foundation for education?
The primary are the same thing. We they buy book. Even to badge we they buy. We they buy book, even to the exercise book there, we buy them. Bless God safe because of the church when I go. That then they help me small bits for make I go buy the book them for the picking.
But
primary.
the government we don't talk say it will provide everything for the picking and forget quality education.
Well, me not
even book, including bag, and also they will provide food self for feed the picking and
no, when me not see bag. To me, na me buy bag. The other picking na church na they help them for give them bag. We not see nothing, we not see no food where they give picking. Everything where they say na free waiting and call, na money, we not see nothing.
So what now your total assessment for the free and quality education?
Me, I not see nothing for total waiting and call for free education because as you say, now we they spend, we not see nothing when nothing what we see say na free. We not giving nothing when na free. Everything na money we they use.
So what about, you see any improvements by the picking say education will take place the land or since we they pronounce the free and quality education?
No, me not see no better land because at least me picking at the help and a school, I help and a off. And they take a lesson, even to the teachers there, they know the sky because waiting you know, they self they talk and say they know they pay them. They know they pay them, queen and almost months and not pay them. So it's like me on picking at the Skype are only for teacher and a school, for waiting and call at school, and I pay for lesson.
Normally when we go to school, before they can house, they will give you assignments for can do now also. Can observe landed by picking.
I don't observe about I know they say assignments.
What stage you picking in a primary?
I get one with the class 3, I get one with the class 4, I get one with the class 5.
Okay.
Teacher and who are doing at school, the free quality education for we not enjoying nothing, we not get social collaboration, we not get enough building materials there, the learning materials you know they involved for we that we school. In terms of the subsidy, primary school na 10,000 per child. Government we don't send this up to 30,000 per child, but we not see it. Then even that 10,000 per child, you know they give the full amount of money they forgive to the aids them. Because for example, if you get 500 or 600 picking a class, where you don't can't take that whole day, and that amount of money you're supposed for them, they give them, they cut and down. Then you go meet schools, head teacher go don't go to us money for buy chalk, don't go to us money for buy register, don't go to cost money for the other thing at the school, for make them read and make them do what say we go don't go. Then when the money come in all useful at their hand. Then we start teacher okay, they make us expand their teacher and say no, na make bench for you for the picking in there. Maybe the picking will get free side for student, but that's again safe now a problem for you at the primary school. Once you pray back again with God your own power, remember you this time the injury we call it a school long run, we don't undergo that problem in the school. We don't do 2 good times, so not get subsidy. So it's strength for going to school. pass until this time we remember with this time we give this time. We in Oka itself now all the bank accounts they now, because each school forgets a bank account. They send the subsidy through the bank accounts and then they say that. So if you go check your money in your account and you for say well, wait for soon. So you go left wait the time done, you know, receive that. And this again in terms of the feeding program where they give free education. We were at the Western over, the Western rural, you know the benefits nothing, because the benefits nothing. All that in terms of the learning materials everything give. The textbooks are not so problem, but the exercise books are not enough for the beginner for use. Because when you can in terms of examination, beginner not get book for right. Then when the number of books everything get to the beginner, now 2 per school, 2 per head or 3 per head. We not go serve till the end of the term. Then for every time we get 2 exams. Every time 2 exams. So we get for send the beginner out for go buy book. Come for consistency exam. Then parents say, Ibo, I mean they say supply book. Only because they supply give the picking day. We pick not get book for that. You self not get money for buy you. So some picking can they out some of our city exam. That we can use we own sense now say more cherry paper. More give the picking the right. Maybe the picking not go out of this examination. Make the right on the paper because they not get book for right. But the exercise books are not enough. But the textbooks say no problem.
Even though man them I chair pan
Mr. Fuller, head teacher of the Evangelical Model Primary School Masheka. Now that the school approved, and I get a lot of constraints in this school. And this school are the most about 184 Pekin. And as I look NPSC this year, I mean the first person in this community, Masheka community. So now the school I can force this year during NPSC we pass. So right, I get me teachers them. Nothing they know they get there. Then they with me there, then they suffer and a young man guides them. You know. So right with the strain and even the sitting accommodation, it's not easy. And I know they get supply now, book supply, even chalk self for that gets under. It's not easy. And blackboard self. And as when they see the school, I don't get blackboard in there. With the strain there a lot. My school not say, let me say now the 7 years this where the school law operates now. So we're up to now with the strain now. And as you see no more now, I get all the classroom now do. Where they see the picking them. No the blackboard team up now do ya. We stand the one me picking them. So right, we stand on one just now pass I take them back, I go join them, class 3 and 4. We go bakuna the class. You see the classroom, the benches they were they use there. I mean they miss them from brother in this community. Whenever they assist me they take the benches them. But really so they say and they stay in the houses them. And they don't care, they don't can pull and benches them, carry and go. We see them now how the classroom they. Now blocks them are they use there. And the blocks they were they take where they use. The man will get them blocks there, instead of can collect them. We see them now with the alpha friend the dog. As you see the classroom, you have class 1 and class 2 there. And a lot of people the way I guess that way they see. Yeah. That is straight, that the constraints is what gets.
Government, come and help us.
Well, we want to tell thank you to the team where me do that research day. As we have see, We talk to a teacher, we explain how the constraint way then they go through in schools, and also the sanitation at the schools, at the school system. Continue for the sending text message 088-425-436, 078-814-584. The number even then at the screen, the school there. I want to start the program proper with the discuss on the free quality education. But before I go far, for let we go get a healthy discussion, we may send a letter at the Ministry of Education for me to give you an update, but they not get until we the letter this because they said me supposed for there for they will get a healthy discussion, but they not get until we say we at the talk to we so access. Get 6 components of the free quality education. Where they talk about access, equal rights, quality, you know. But I want to make a limit to discussion to 2: the access and the quality. The access, we talk about the enrollment, the school feeding, awareness, conditions of the classrooms. So I want to start with Doc. The enrollments in the school system.
Well, first of all, before we start this conversation, I need to say this. Education, now one thing down the way, we'll not for play with. We'll not for put politics by education. Because if you use education and politicize them, you did destroy generations them. And which we see in our country, we don't begin going at a stage now where let we look what's in the happen now. We get to see the seriousness of what's in the happen now. This government, they spend money on a program we then call free quality education. In fact, I think by this budget, they're saying at 22% of the budget. Now, the money we then get for spend this next year, now then go put for education. That's a lot of money. Now, at the same time, where government they spend this money, and then they tell we, say then make free quality education. We they see terrible results where now ain't go make you begin gauge how things they work. 95% of the picking them we take WASC exam. Then fail. They not qualify for go college. 95%. In fact, he passed 95%, but I put at 95%. Waiting they happen to the 95% day. We not qualify for go before. And right now, we they produce another one. We get for can join that one then day. We then sit the next WASC. So if every year we they produce 90% of people that we know they go before pan the education, what thing will they happen to this country? And what will they do to them with picking them? Who they left this country again. So when we they discuss free quality education, we not want to let people and begin can't defend themselves because this now we all responsibility. Because they get a tendency now this government where you bring a subject, then one for begin talk say now because now they are against we and so on and so forth. Now we they talk about we picking them, then destiny. We they talk about the destiny of the nation. So whatever decisions then they take about education, now something we will be very, very serious about. I just want to say that loud and clear, so that when me they talk now about this free quality education, me they talk on behalf of the picking end in this country, on behalf of the parents them, we want for let them picking them better, like how they see other people them better. So now that's now the platform we will discuss on. Now, when government this SLPP government, when in the campaign, they made a campaign about free education. Now that's maybe here then they say, free education. Now later on, now I see them can add quality. A very important, which are this is so. Because the whole idea of free education, now for let more picking and go school. Because when they don't pull that tuition come out, people then go get the freedom now for sending picking go school. That will not be getting money for pay that tuition fee, then go send them picking and go school. So you find out, say, the freeness of this policy here, it make a lot of people able for send and picking go school. So in that side, in terms of the access, where they increase, definitely more people register in a school. No, so?
Oh, yeah.
700,000.
So now, more people go to school. But we get to know now, how prepared was government for accommodate them beaucoup pikin they will go to school because of the freeness of the education. How prepared were they? I remember in 2018, inside Parliament, when they announced this free education, say it will start in September, the NGC will come out and talk openly and say, why una not go face this thing? What to make una the rush for let this thing go before? There are so many things, and NGC in manifesto, where we talk about education, we be asked, say we forget an educational emergency in Sierra Leone because we know say the problem, but now make we be asked for an emergency. But when this government come 2018, boom, bram, then rush, then go get this free quality in September. Not in September 9 then start up. That means people are not they pay. So yes, I think they succeed in getting a lot of children into school. So for that side, the government succeed. Forget beaucoup picking them for come inside the school system. But what happen inside the school system we then come inside, that's another matter.
So I go ask, whose percentage you get it for the access? For the access? Yes.
Well, me, I know.
They succeed.
I don't know. As far as the access concerned, beaucoup picking they come. I don't know.
Madam.
You get the figures.
According to the numbers, it's about 700,000.
Okay.
So the beginning
admitted into school.
The beginning come, yes.
So the beginning come.
And because the parents they take advantage of the freeness of the education. So then take advantage. So then begin. Who that go say when they see something free, they go there, you go. So the beginning then go.
Okay, so Madam Cole, I want to come to you now. I think also the discussion get for be lengthy now the quality of the education. So
I want to make a comparison. So it's funny what the NGC say, na MSF say at the beginning. Say na a good effort, na a good plan. Forget free education as alone, for let we begin to educate. Na a good plan. But I can compare and to somebody where man build 10-story house. Where he get the money, he want bill yesterday. So he say me, I'm not bother with foundation. Don't just begin bill. So either the foundation,
National Grand Coalition,
they're not bother go deep because as deep as far down you go, now they determine how high up you go able to go. Say well, no make and quick, just bill. Because the election was in March, the free education was launched
in
August, September. So as far as I can see, we decide say law no bother with the foundation. Law does bill no more. For let them say we say with the bill, we don't bill. Now, how stable, how solid is that house that is built without a solid foundation? So me, that is now the closest example where I able to give to the rush. And myself been thinking, say, why we not phase them in? Take an area in the north, an area in the east, and a couple of areas in the western area, roll it out,
iron all the problems they out, know who side get headache, who side not get headache, and then you gradually go national. But again, the rush was, we don't build you, so fine, we don't build them. But when breeze blow, when WAEC results come out, when Becker results and begin come out, we realize that with hindsight, when you look behind, we been for spend that small time and build a proper foundation. By that I mean, when you're looking at education, you look outside salon in history come out. Not so. You first of all get for look at what are the pillars then when they build on this, where would they build this foundation? Quality teachers. How do you get quality teachers? Quality teacher training. So you they begin and from that basic day and motivated teachers. Teachers the way they go school, go teach with all the heart, with all the zeal. Imagine teachers are, as we speak, teachers are on strike. So your foundation, first of all, because the government can get it free. Yes, the Minister of Finance, all the purse strings. But the teachers then don't get equality. So you cannot say you will get quality if you make a nice jingle. You make nice posters. You show the Pekin all the book na the poster, you say free quality. The quality na effort you get for use for insert the quality into the free education. Make you always say na no school fees. Now call it a no school fees. Now, so when you don't look at the education of your teachers, you don't look at continuing education of your teachers, you begin forget small groups the way they look, say what are the problems? And you can only know the problems if you really meaningfully engage the teachers. Not just the teachers in a tongue, the teachers in upline, the teachers in a primary, the teachers the way they teach secondary, the teachers the way they teach gara making, soap making, the teachers the way they up college. What's in una constraints? Yeah. What's make una know they teach like how teacher them in the teach today? Their own training materials, curriculums, class sizes, and the school system na feed them company. Me go FSSG nursery. By the time I come on nursery, I was ready for class 1. If class 1, they not teach you fine, when you go class 2, you're going to struggle. Then push you till you reach MPSC, then you have terrible results. Then waiting at the product now where MPSC they feed secondary. Garbage in, garbage out.
Garbage out, yes.
So you get for now look at from the very beginning, how will they prepare them picking their answer to have a love of learning, love of science, love of mathematics, love of English. If that teacher where they teach you, not get love for the job where they do. In self-student, remember all your constraints. Sometimes I work for me, transport, it don't wait in a treat for nearly 3 hours. It don't fet bonically for you to go inside in poda for reaching a school. In self not less in picking then lesson, then in picking themselves financially are deprived. So how do you fix the system if you don't fix from a solid foundation?
Talking about
Doc.
Yeah, when you talk about foundation, you know, I think if you even go even before you the bill, if you know what you want for bill. If you know first of all, no, so you get for draw and waiting they call. Waiting I want for say is that I don't know of any study or survey or research where they may do before they launch this free education. Because honestly, if you want for solve a problem, you for know the problem we want for solve. No, so? Oh, yeah. For instance, if you want for do anything on me feel say if you want for do anything on education, you get for study first, waiting at the problems them in education, waiting at the things that we make, you know, they get the kind of result where you get, where you want. Now that you get for study first. And you get for ask a lot of questions to different people. You get for look at the teachers them, the principal them, waiting at the problem of school administration. You get for look at just like
school
I talk
infrastructure.
About the infrastructure. You want for know you project like almost picking them at the expect say I go get, and waiting at the infrastructure where they for receive them. I get enough classrooms for them, you know, and almost speaking then go there per class, almost speaking per teacher. Inside, for instance, this big tongue here, so almost speaking go there per teacher. So you get for do a lot of study, and you get for also look at the subject that we teach. You understand that? If you look at the educational system, where we get now, you go right up to university level. You find out that people when they qualify in a university, they become unusable because waiting then go study, not only in the job market want. You see, but if we take them from the basic education, you see picking day na class 6, class 6, from 1, sometimes they from 2. He can't read, he can't write. Now then kind of question that you for ask yourself, say, why? What happen for make picking down in school for 7 years, he still can't read, he still can't write, he can't understand. You understand? So when you don't ask yourself then question, then you go down diagnose waiting at the problem, so you go know how for solve them. Sometimes you go find out, say, you been for concentrate only on primary education rather than you go other side. Yeah. For make sure say you get a solid foundation. Now primary, even pre-school, you know, nursery, you might discover, because they do in some countries there, like where they do then study then they na Rwanda and a few other places the way I know about their own educational system. They find out say, waiting you they do that nursery, that pre-primary, it they determine how the Pekin go ever respond to education. For that early period day, when Pekin they come into contact with knowledge, or for begin forget teacher, go and socialize. Now that 10 day, you they determine the Pekin in faith as far as education is concerned. So if we've been doing any kind of study then they sometimes the government not for just go make this tier so wide where they're not able for even for give subsidy self for the school there. Sometimes wait first. We will for concentrate first of all on studying the educational system for no waiting and problem before we actually can do this. Right now, I mean, they try to find out if there is any document we go show me waiting at this program. I'm not able to find any document. You know, past we get, then we talk, say, president bin say so, or the minister bin say so, or PRO bin say so. But I don't see any document we go tell me waiting at the components, waiting how they want for the monitor them, waiting then go, how they go evaluate them, not to 2.5, almost 2.5 years, so how they go evaluate them. I don't see any document about that. Remember, say, we go try for gonna Ministry of Education for let them go give you small information about this thing because we don't know really waiting this free quality education with the bottom, but waiting really na the content we don't know. But there's nothing. There is nothing. But everybody where they can talk for this government, they talk about the free quality education. Everybody where they come to the talk about free quality education. So basically, there is a lack of fundamental research, you know, and for support this program as it is now. And the results now we don't begin see so. Because once, as Femi say, once you not get the foundation proper, honestly, what you they build now on sandy soil. So that's now one of the areas then. But now for come to this quality we Femi don't begin for talk. You see, first of all, the access where we start with, it don't affect the quality. The access where then succeed pan, it don't affect the quality. What do I mean by that? Well, you don't pack boku picking in na the school and the school not able for take there. Teacher not able, when society teacher don't get 100 picking there, who side they go give assignment. They mark paper safe. You know they give assignment. So you find out say that attention where the picking them need forget na school from the teacher, they not go able to get them because they don't boku. They don't boku and sign out for put them. That's number one. Now one way that way this boku access here don't affect the quality of the education. The next thing where they try for talk now is that then when they talk now also say that's a teacher when they talk. He say na 10,000 na in dem dey give per pikin as subsidy. 10,000 for 3 months. That subsidy dey na in dem get for use for buy chalk. If the domot spoil na so, now you been dey show you see the nasty state of them toilets them, the quality of them toilet there. You see how them dey. Now in them for get people and for clean them toilet then dey. Now in them get for use for make sure say water go dey for let the pikin and the wash the hand or whatever. Now in them go use for employ them the cleaning staff and the afafwan and they we. Now in them get for use for all anything and they. Now, the subsidy, I gonna corner the whole of, I think, Tankoro Chiefdom. I talked to one of the teachers there. They say for the past 2 terms, they not received their subsidy. They all meet themselves Wednesday for discuss this because they're frustrated. For 2 terms, they not get the subsidy. Now, they get teachers then where they not confirm it. I don't know how they can call themselves.
PIN code.
Where they not get PIN code, they not confirm it, they not.
The system.
So that money they manage for manage them teachers then they for let go with. And now that money they not come, so then teachers then they know they get nothing. And the access and the free. From that time where they announce a free education, picking the parents are not for pay nothing. Parents are not give them 1 cent again. First time, where parents they give them, now they say parents are not give nothing. They say na free education. So you find out now, say the school administrators then they don't sit down now. Then subsidy not come. Parents them then say na free education. They know they give. Then they with the whole school now for one. So you see the situation where we dey inside, and all that period now. We want to pick them study. How they go get good quality education, studying in that kind of environment. And I can tell you, Femi, you touched on a very, very important point. You see some of them picking there, so we fail this WASC. I'm not going to be surprised if some of them enter into then teacher training college. I'm not going to be surprised if some of them somehow find a way for go study at teacher training college. What are they try for say? When you want to talk about the quality of education, now the teachers them as Femi say, now they focus. But especially, how do you train your teachers? Plenty of the picking them where they go na teacher training colleges, you find out say, through no fault of their own, not to their fault, then get weaknesses. You understand? So when they go there, now more of remedial learning, then they go do. So for instance, if they go do English, then go get for they spend time for teach them the English, let them go come up to speed. If not the maths, then go spend time they teach them for let them come up to speed. Well, what you supposed for they do na teacher training college? Not to the subject so much for the teach, but they teach how for teach the subject.
Okay. How
for teach the subjects. The pedagogy, now make them go na that side. The teaching methods, now make them go there. I'm not the day safe. Now plenty of them they for teach them one. In some cases, you find out say even the tutor self, the lecturer self, something, schooled in pedagogy, schooled in teaching techniques and that sort of thing. But first time, what when they get panel school, when they get what they call in-service training. That means you don't begin teach. At least inside 1 year, you must get 1-2 week course where you go do for refresh yourself, for let you go come up, for let you know new things the way they come by the teacher, how for teach and that sort of thing. But I don't know when last they get them kind of teacher training at this country, day. So when you teachers them, if they're not really well prepared for teach, it let you increase their salary. It does not solve the problem. And one thing, this government fees, now where you put money, now in the quality you go get her. you dey increase the money, but the quality go still dey down. That means say there are other things that you have to look at. Now, because of this then if I don't spend time for study this problem before then they launch this free quality education. Yeah. So in terms of quality, there is a lot that has to be done. And honestly, let me tell you something. If you get the teacher-pupil ratio is very, very critical. If they do a nationwide, you just count the number of picking them, then you count the number of teachers there. You will find out there you will get a good 30 to 1. But when you come na the urban areas them, you get them boku school them, you all the picking in the car. You find out in some classes they get 60 to 80 picking them to one teacher. Obviously, you don't declare say that picking the now by God in power no more, now you go learn. Because that teacher did not go able. If you get 4 or 5 class, they're all at 60 and 80. What do you expect them for do? It's not possible. So these are the problems that we have with this free quality education. And we they believe say, let them not shame. If this thing also not they go fine, let we sit down together and do an assessment now before we get more 95% failure in WASC. Let us sit down, we'll do an assessment now. Let us see if there's anything that can be done for salvage the situation. But for go on no more, they talk, say, it's all right, free quality education, they succeed. I think, say, we they do more harm to the people, the children of this country.
Madam Cole, I want, because time now we favor, I want to talk small on the WASC results.
Yes, and a couple of days ago, actually, I did listen on 98.1, and the Minister of Basic been there on. And I did listen to in diagnosis of the problem. I know say then they try. But I look at some of the reasons attributed to the poor results. And in his closing remarks, he emphasized on the lack of love. And I dey listen, I dey think to myself, say, this man all right? I don't understand the connection with the Peking they're not learning.
The lack of
and,
love.
And the lack of love. I mean, to me, that's an oversimplification of the problem. Now, as far as the WASC results are concerned, there are many components. One, we cannot subtract COVID. The COVID affects everybody in education across the world. Now, most countries, where we really get themselves together, able to do distance learning. Then get some program, some picking, mama don't get money for battery, for radio. They can't talk about television. They can't talk about data. You have to be real. Keep it real. So the children were handicapped with COVID. That's one. Secondly, the children are handicapped from poor education, from poor foundation. Now you don't handicap the Peking then. When you see Peking go, don't go study for exam. Results come out, he kill himself. It shows you the level of frustration where they don't try. Not to all man go able afford for letting Peking go private. Not to all man go able for afford lesson teacher them for them Peking them. Not to all man go able for making Peking go camp. We may not approve of in any case. For let them Peking and go camp. So you they look at that Peking where no say I come on a poor family. I no say me mama no get, me papa no get. He don't study, maybe it's 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. He don't burn the midnight oil. When results come out, the subject always been the field to say he don't pass, he fail all.
Thank you.
What is the problem? A, the quality of the teaching. B, me feel to say even WAEC therefore do a review. Then the one subject where they ask minister na radio is that for picking way confidence, when no say I don't do it. When no say this grade where they give me is inaccurate. How they able for claim say, I want a remark. I want to see me paper. I want somebody else to grade it. It talking like I say, the parents they know they do critical thinking. I'm like, what nonsense is this?
Okay.
So the parents are not, some parents are illiterate, Mr. Minister. Some parents, na sell, if they go sell, na struggle, if they struggle for pay for in Pekin. Don't tell me that parents are not critically thinking.
Right.
Make the system simple.
Tell you know the beat too small. I want just read 2-3 of the message there. I'm not going to read all. We'll go answer. They will try to wrap up the program. This one is say if teachers are not well paid and we want to fight corruption in school, is that possible? The person they ask question. They come up from ATM. This other one is say Dr. Bright, you are so bright and special. Good evening, sirs and madam. My wife has been teaching for more than, but they are not called the line for more than 1 year without pin code. But with pin code, but without salary for 1 year now.
Okay.
She has never received a single cent from his administrator. Please advise towards a predicament. Thanks. This other one is say, so doctor, I want to tell we say now this current administration caused the weak foundation for this WASCE result. We get, for be honest, okay, at times, you know, okay, but I want to make we, because time only.
Let's take this one, you see?
Let's take this one quickly. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, now exactly that I'm going to talk about start. Some people they don't begin to take and now say, you know, now then you they attack.
Except that this current administration.
How am I going to say now this current administration? All the problem within this country don't start from 1961. It don't start from almost. But people have to take responsibility when they don't handle a job. But to come back to this WASC, one thing we go observe, you find out say private schools then do extremely well. Private institutions.
No, they did better. They did better, Dr. Bright. Let us not say extremely well. There are children in this very west coast of Africa where they get 10A, 11A, and our kids are smart enough.
Okay. Oh, yes. But you know, say they get some kind of thing we then call by marking. You remember that last year when they discussed, we then say they no one for certain people and they too high from the other one they low, so then get some way then they arrange them. Now it make some picking and some private school. We no say then we forget very high marks, then find out say then they in there 300 and waiting they call.
Yes.
When they go ask, they say no, they have a system. But anyway, we no want for going to that. But what I want for talk is that if picking them they with another private school and they're not better or more intelligent than the one they within another other school where they feel so. They are not more intelligent, but now the environment, the circumstances the way you put there, now make them they get different results. You understand? So waiting we get for do now for learn from waiting then at them private school there, we they get better results than in their government assisted school. I think say now that we get for look. Otherwise, we they get the impression say when person po, that means say is stupid.
Which not at all.
And that is not correct. But who of them picking and they some of we will go school, we go na me na Moriton school I go. Moriton amalgamated school. Now then me go primary. I go Prince of Wales. But that school day, if you go, you see the South in the Sidon and everything. Now humble school, but we were having very, very good teaching. Good teachers, they were dedicated, motivated. Then they waiting and call. So you find out say the circumstances are completely different, and an ordinary school can still produce very good pupils there. Yes. You understand? Like I mean, so now, you know, if you go and see me where I've been in another uniform in another school, you're not going to say, I go be with you, so I talk on television and everything.
So in 1 minute, Doc, even as we close, in 1 minute, you go just use an now in a rounding statement. We'll get something where you may put now the last edition of the Salon First newspaper, where you say at the moment the education system in Sierra Leone is designed to create square pegs for round holes. What do you mean by that? In 1 minute, as you give you a rounding statement.
Well, where you take from how we train we picking them from school, till then go tertiary education. Where you see them come out, there is no link between waiting the job market want and waiting they do in terms of school and colleges. So you find out, say, the picking them, then they get difficulty for get job. Then they get difficulty for get job because the kind of education we then they get, in order to equip them for let them go able for can perform in real life. But that is a broader discussion than the free quality education.
Okay, Madam Cole, as we round up,
well, as we
I want quick message now. They say, Unity Party leader, we will be pleased if you could join the NGC party in the pursuit to take up governance and march up to State House in 2033. In closing,
we don't look at the problem. If anybody of the SLPP is watching, the solution, monitoring, una get for monitor and engagement. They have to engage teachers from across the board, principals from across the board, school supervisors across all the schools to have a listen of what the kids are being taught. Secondly, upgrade the curriculums and the teaching patterns. The way that they teach maths now don't change. The way that they teach chemistry now don't change. Take us away from the Middle Ages. If you are committed to promoting Sierra Leone to be the Athens, let me try for be the Athens of Western area or the Athens of Eastern area. Let me know if it's try for be the Athens of West Africa for now. But hope all is not lost.
Yeah.
All is not lost. We get for really begin for see where do we put our money? Who say we they put the money in the school? And if you have a good environment, your teachers are being paid on time, your teachers are motivated, the curriculum is updated, there is hope for Sierra Leone still. I do not believe that all is lost. But the SLPP government is very good at talking and very poor at action.
Doc, I see you want to say something.
No, my final word is that based on like all which we feel say, we say then get for do, I think we really need for sit down as a country, as a nation, and discuss education properly. I think we forget a national conversation on education. I think then can use them serve as a mid-term, assessment of the free quality education. They are free to do their own mid-term evaluation of this project for know exactly whether it work, why not it work, and that sort of thing. Then all NTS who don't talk so now, maybe we'll be able to bring and kind side. Once again, are the one that if you take this thing for be partisan, then you will lose it. This is a national problem, and it has to be solved by all of us, not by just one set of people.
Okay. Education is the supreme importance in the development of a nation. Well, now so I'll therefore cut down the cuttings of today's own program. I want to say thank you to my studio guests, them Dr. Dennis Bright, Chairman and leader of the National Grand Coalition, and also Madam Femi Claudia School, we want to join me at the studio today. And I want to say thank you to our sponsors, NGC Women in the Media, USA, and also NGC UK and High, and all the one that will put on for me this program, meet una. So we'll meet back next month. We will bring this program to una, Mina Dr. Doma, they say tata.
The National Grand Coalition, NGC, brings its monthly national conversation on national issues to you on AYV TV, on Channel 43 and radio on FM 101.6. Tune in every